Hello, so here's the problem number 4, and here we need to convert a string of Roman symbols to integer. So for that purpose, I will declare a dictionary with char and integer, and I will just define common Roman symbols like for 1, 5, 10, 50, 100, 500, and 1000. So in input string, we'll just use this symbol as a key value of a dictionary, and we'll go and check if we have such symbol in dictionary, and we will return just the value using the key. But for example, here we have I, and the I as a key will return us 1. 5 as a key will return us 5. But for example, for situation when we have I and V, so we will also look to the next element each time we will go through each character in the string. So for example, for this given example, we'll go from the beginning and check if our current character value, which is 1, is greater or equal to the next one, which is V, indicating 5. Now we see that it's not greater or equal, it's actually less than 5. In that case, we'll just return 5 minus 1, indicating that it's equal to 4. So let me show you how we're gonna do this on a code. So at the beginning of code, so I call this Roman to integer. The input parameter is a string, and we're returning the integer. So here's the dictionary of just common Roman symbols. Use it as a key, and there is a integers in a value. So at the beginning we are just checking if we have anything in our string. So if string is null or the string length is 0, we'll just return 0. So what else? If like there is just one character, we'll just return the value from the dictionary. So since we're using each character as a key value from the dictionary, we'll just return a value using a key as a hash. So for other cases, we'll declare a result variable, making it equal to 0. We collect all calculations into our result variable. We declare I variable for our while loop. So while our I will be less than the length of a input string, we'll just keep running our for loop, I mean while loop, and once we go to our while loop, we'll always check if our current S character is greater or equal to the next character at S I plus 1, If it's greater, we'll just keep adding the value from dictionary to the result. So here so it's plus, so we'll just adding up the values from dictionary. And we will increment I by 1. But if let me just continue here. So if our next character in a string is greater than our current character, we'll just add up to result a difference between current value, the next value, I plus 1 minus and we will increment our I by 2 because here we are considering 2 characters in a given string, so we need skip by 2. After that, we'll also check if we reach the end of a string. If we're at the last character of a string, we need add up the value from a dictionary, and after that just break the loop. After we break the loop, we'll just return result value. So let's test it out. For example, we have this I don't know, on this string. So first of all, we go to this element which is m at I. So we check if our I is greater or equal to the I plus 1, which is also m. So m is equal to m, so we'll just return the value of m from dictionary, and the value of m dictionary is 1000, and we will just add up this 1000 to result. After that, we go to the next element in our string, which is also m, and check it if it's greater or equal to our current one. So I is greater than the next one, which is m is greater than I is 1, m is 1000. So because it's greater, we just pass 1000 to result as it is, so it will make our result equal to 2000. Then we go to the next character, which is I, and we compare it with the next character, which is x. So we see that I, which is 1, and x, which is 10, so I is less than x. In that case, we're just adding up the difference between the next character and the character at which we're pointing at with our I pointer, so it will be like 10 minus 1, which will equal to 9, and that's why we'll pass the result 9, so it will be 2000 plus 9, it will make our result 2009. So at the end we'll just return 2009, which is correct, I think. And this time complexity for this is order of n, because we're using while loop, and number of operations is number of characters in the string. Space memory is also order of 1, because even we are declaring a dictionary, the memory consumption of a dictionary is constant. We're just using 7 elements in a dictionary. For the rest we don't use anything. That's why the memory consumption is a constant.